Using a content calendar is one of the easiest ways to stay organized and on top of posting every single month. That's why in this video, I'm going to walk through 3 content calendars that I've used personally and share my thoughts on each. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mike Kyle. I'm the content manager here at Contractor Growth Network, and my goal is to make videos like this one to help you grow your business. Now, before we dive into creating your own content calendar, we first need to go through what exactly encompasses content creation. It's some combination of brainstorming ideas, scripting or outlining, filming, recording, or creating pictures, editing, and then uploading. So knowing that, those are the things that we're going to build our content calendars around. And before we even start creating our content calendar, we really need to think about posting. Specifically, how often are we going to post? Because this is going to be the thing that determines how much stress we're going to put on our content calendar. For the example of these 3 calendars, we're going to operate as if our plan is to upload 1 YouTube video every Friday and 5 social media posts Monday through Friday, 1 on each day. So let's hop over to the calendar now and plot these on the calendar. The goal of the content calendar is to be able to hit all of these deadlines with ease. Now, with that being said, let's jump into content calendar number 1, the day-to-day schedule. This is the content calendar that I currently use. Monday mornings are always blocked off for creating social media content for the week. We call this batching. And batching is the process of pretty much bulk creating all of your content in one session. That way you're good to go, it's taken care of for the week, and you don't have to worry about it. So let's put that on the calendar right now. I like to spend my morning focusing on social media because it's a very easy activity and it's a great way for me to ease into the rest of my day. Plus, that means I don't have to worry about social media in the back of my head the rest of the week, so I free up a lot of bandwidth there. Next, I'm going to spend time on Monday brainstorming different content ideas, and this just gives me a nice list of things that I could talk about later on in the week for ultimately YouTube videos, blog topics, or podcast ideas. Also this day, I'm going to outline or script out a video like this one. That way I know exactly what it is that I'm going to say when I start the process of filming. I don't really have a preference between outlining or scripting. It's pretty much dependent upon what works for you. Now on Tuesday, my only focus is filming. And ironically enough, today is Tuesday for me as I'm recording this. So my focus on Tuesday is going to be filming this video. And that way it's all taken care of. Again, the goal is to get this video fully published on Friday. So looking at Wednesday now, we have the video shot. We're now going to spend Wednesday and Thursday editing. The reason that I give editing 2 days is because with an edit, you never quite know how long it's going to take. There are some edits that take 3 hours that you can knock out in a day, or there's some edits that take 6 hours that you need 2 days to knock out. I like giving myself a lot of flexibility here. And we're now 4 days into this week, and we only had to focus on social media 1 time because we spent the early Monday morning creating and producing all of the social media content for the week. Finally, Friday rolls around, and I'm going to spend Friday uploading this video. And in the upload process, that means I'm going to make my thumbnail, upload it to YouTube with the proper titles, description, and tags associated with the video. And that's it for content calendar style 1. This calendar is awesome because it keeps you on track in a daily format. But there's one fatal flaw that I have experienced with this, and that is if you miss a day, you fall 1 day behind, and it really does throw off your entire week. For example, last week's video was a nightmare for me to film, to the point where on Tuesday, I got frustrated, I was a bit sick, I was annoyed, and I just didn't have the energy to finish filming the video. So then I had to film on a Wednesday instead, which only gave me 1 day to edit on Thursday, as opposed to 2 days to edit on Wednesday and Thursday combined. Or let's say something pops up at work on Thursday, I'm now spending Friday rushing an edit to make sure that the video still goes out in time. And just for fun, I will flash up my content calendar on screen right now. You can see I have mine super blocked off and organized. I know exactly what it is that I'm doing each day, which is nice because that just means every Monday morning at 9 a.m. I just come in and I look at the day of the week and associate my day with what's on my calendar. The reason that I believe this works so well for me at CGN is because creating content is my full-time job. So if you're a business owner and you're constantly putting out fires, you need to switch things around, and you have a more chaotic schedule, this might not work the best for you, but for your content manager or your social media manager, this should work wonders. Now let's move on to content calendar style number 2, batch production. If you remember earlier on in this video, I talked about the idea of batching content. Basically, how do we create a backlog? That way we're always ahead in our content schedule. So if a fire happens in the business, we don't have to stress about it because the videos, blogs, podcasts, or social media posts have already been created, scheduled, and ready to go. So we're gonna stick to the exact same parameters as we did for content calendar 1, being social media content is going out every day, Monday through Friday, and we're going to have a YouTube upload on Friday. The last calendar was all about daily actions, whereas content calendar number 2 is all about weekly ones. We're going to spend the entire week brainstorming and outlining content. That's our focus. We could do this an hour every day, 20 minutes every day, regardless. By Friday, our goal is to have at least 4 videos fully brainstormed, outlined, and ready to go. Week 2 is spent creating. Whether if we're doing blogs, that's actually writing the blogs, it could be filming the videos, or it could be recording the podcast. Week 3 is spent editing and revising, and week 4 is spent uploading and scheduling all the content that we created. Now, instead of having to get one of these aspects of creating done in a single day, we're now giving ourselves 5 to 7 days per each aspect. The goal for this content style is to make 4 weeks worth of content in a month. So theoretically, for that first month of actually creating, you're not gonna have any content go out for a month. So these YouTube videos, nope. These social media posts, nope. Why? Because our focus is on getting ahead. I actually call this the slingshot method because it's 1 step back for 2 steps forward. But now if we look at week 5, we have all of our social media content done for the week and our YouTube videos done for the week as well. And not only is that true for just this last week, it's true for the next 3 weeks, which means if a fire happens in the business, if I need to go back out into the field, if I have a run of leads come in, I don't need to stress and worry about it because my content for that next month is already done. Now you'll stay on that weekly cadence of focusing on 1 aspect per week for the rest of the year. And this should give you enough runtime at all times to be about a month ahead in content production. Now let's move on to our final content calendar style, number 3. Once a week. This calendar is the most simple to follow and maybe the hardest to execute. You're gonna block out 1 day and all you're going to do is create content. No meetings, no sales calls, no being out in the field, nothing. Just creating content. You're gonna go to your Google Calendar, your team meeting board, whatever, and you're going to tell them Mondays are content days. Do DNB, do not disturb, underline it a few times, and nobody is allowed to bother you on that day. And it will be like that every single Monday, every single month. On Mondays, you will create, edit, and upload all of your social media content plus the additional content that you plan on creating. This calendar, in my opinion, works the best for social media content. So easily are you able to whip up 10 posts in a given day and schedule them out for the full week and the following week. However, turning around a full blog post, YouTube video, or podcast in a day can be a bit difficult at times. This is the content calendar style that I recommend the most for business owners looking to get a jump start on their social media. But which content calendar should you choose? Well, it's all based on personal preference. Try one out that you think you'll like, and if you need to switch and adjust, by all means, go ahead and do so. These are not the only kinds of content calendar styles that you can choose. These are just the 3 that I have the most experience with and the ones that I like the most. And if all of this seems overwhelming, don't worry, I got you covered with the different kinds of content you should be creating. Click that video right here and we'll see you in the next one.